Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, y'all? Yo, yo, yo. How everybody doing? Yo, yo, yo. How's everybody doing today? Just getting my trunk cleaned up, man. Trying to get it ready. You know, spring is here. Um, Summer is approaching us. So, kind of want to get it ready, You know, I probably ain't gonna probably be able to enjoy it as much as I would like, but the nice thing about living where I am is I can I can afford to lose I can afford to lose some months, man, because I know whenever it get done it's gonna be nice. It'll be nice enough for me to it'll be nice enough for me to bring it out and go cruising. That's what I want to say about that. Now, what am I supposed to do with that? We're getting it right, you know. We're gonna get it in here. We're gonna get it right, man. I'm trying to, say what I can without giving up too much. Because I know I'm gonna be making some major moves pretty soon here. So I guess it's better to just make the moves now, you know. Go ahead and make the moves now. Getting this trunk ready, man. Getting it ready for paint. I want to get all of this done. I want to get all this done, man. I want to get this whole trunk done. So we're just getting it ready. I don't know if the 12 of y'all on here can hear me, but just trying to get it ready, man. Get it ready. Maybe I'll be able to get a little ride in this summer. Ain't no telling. But like I said, I'm trying to get it ready because I'm gonna be making some major moves here, y'all. Be making some major moves with it here soon. Like I said, I'm trying to say it without giving too much away. I appreciate everybody tuning in, though. Y'all know I usually go live when I'm at the racetrack, but it should be some good racing going on today. Matter of fact, it's some good racing going on there this weekend as well. But I ain't gonna be able to catch that good racing this weekend because I'm gonna be working. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We wake up to do the hard things. That's what I tell my kids. We wake up to do the hard things. Even though you don't be wanting to do it, you still gotta do it. You know? You feel me? What's going on? What's up, man? What's going on, y'all? Hi. Can you hear me? Drop a thumbs up if you can hear me, man. I'm just getting it cleaned up, man. I'm gonna take y'all on a little journey. I'm gonna be doing a lot more. This is my baby, man. I had this car a long time, man. Long, long time. Now it's finally starting to, you know, get to where it need a lot of work, man. You know, I had it. I had got it at a point where uh it didn't really need that much work. Maybe paint, maybe paint and a motor, and the motor and stuff like that redone. But now that's just the unfortunate thing about these cars. You get them in one state, and then you want to get them in a different state. You get them, you buy them in one state, and then the state that you buy them in is that's not that bad. But then when you not act on it, that's the problem. That's the problem you run into. And I didn't capitalize on what I should have did. A lot of un, unfortunate events and stuff like that make it so you can't finish your stuff. But um, you know, I'm trying to get back into it, man. I guess it's the life of these cars, man. Being a car lover, car guy, gearhead, whatever you want to call it. You you know, you have your seasons. I want to say, you have your seasons where you really love this stuff, and then you have a season where you don't really love it. You know, um, the joyous things about these things is they can bring you a lot of joy, but they also can bring you a lot of a lot of pain as well. So you know sometimes you be thinking like, man, I love that car. I want to do this and I want to do that. And then the next thing you know, you be like, man, F that car. I'm keeping it PG, y'all. Keeping it PG. Keeping it PG. Yeah, it's like one moment you love it. It's like a person, your significant other. One day you love your significant other, but it be days where you don't like your significant other. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I love you, but today I don't feel like I love you. Same, same with these automobiles, y'all. You know, it was days where I really love this car. I still do love it. A lot of good memories, man. A lot of great memories. You know, I still do love it. You know, but like I was saying, these cars they can make you happy and they can make you sad, man. And that's why sometimes you just give up. It ain't right, especially if you're a car guy. But I think all car guys get there where they like, man, you know what? Forget that car. I don't care about that car right now. You know, I gotta get that. I gotta get that fixed, man. That bothers me right there. So I'm really trying to just What I'm doing, y'all, is getting a bunch of this surface rust up, um, cleaning this trunk up and getting it right. Basically, preventive maintenance because everybody know that rust is cancer. You know, so getting a bunch of this surface, getting a bunch of this surface rust up, so we can get ready to get it to the body shop. I'm gonna try to do a lot of this stuff myself, and I was thinking about getting this once I get all my stuff done. I was thinking about while it's in the shop, while it's in the body shop and the paint shop, getting this trunk painted as well. Like you gonna do the whole car, if they gonna do the car, I'm gonna tell them to just go ahead and do the whole car, do the trunk as well, you know. But I'm getting a bunch of this surface rust up, man. You know, that's what I'm doing right now. I ain't really cleaning the trunk as the title say, but um, in a way I'm cleaning it, but I'm not cleaning it like as if it was dirty. I'm getting it ready because it need to be it need to be done, you know. So hold on, y'all. I appreciate everybody. You know, y'all know how I do it. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I don't know where y'all tuning in from. I'll be tuning in all over the place, but I appreciate it. Really do. Thank you for the two likes, whoever liked it. I appreciate that. So yeah, y'all, back to what I was saying. You know, there be times where you really love these cars, and you know, you be like, I'll do anything for that car. But and I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. Back when I was in high school, I was in shop class, and they was they was asking everybody, you know, the shop teacher, he asked everybody in the class. He said, guys, what's your favorite? What's your dream car? What's your dream car? And a bunch of people said, you know, like exotic cars, like Lamborghinis, uh, Maserati, stuff like that. You know, it probably was some guys that said some classic cars. I can't necessarily remember, but when it was my turn, I told them that I wanted this Buick, the one I got right now, the '68 Buick. That's what I told him. He was like, what's your favorite car? What's your dream car? And remind y'all guys, I didn't get this car. This was my senior year of high school. I didn't get this car probably till a year later. I didn't get my quote unquote dream car. You know, and so yeah, you know my 60. That's why I'm Tango Gold 1968. If y'all wondering, I'm Tango Gold 68. It's because of the car, man. Tango Gold 1968 Buick Electra 225. If y'all ever wondering what kind of car that is on my picture, I know I didn't have some people ask. I know I didn't have some people ask me before. What kind of car is that? Is that a Cutlass? No, it ain't no Cutlass. It ain't no Cutlass. It's a Buick. You know. Um. With having this car, it's really made me appreciate um the way they used to manufacture vehicles back in the day. Um, they just don't make them like this, man. Buick just don't make their cars like this no more. They don't make cars really that durable no more. You know, if y'all know what I mean. Like, you know, you could go buy a billion. Let's say if I was gonna be me a 100% Buick man, man, you can't even find Buicks made in America no more. Like the newer Buicks, the Regals, um, the Veranos, the Cascadias, the Encores, they not even made in America no more, man. When this car was made, this car came straight from Detroit. right off the assembly line. That's what's so great about it. This car was made and built right here in America. You know, and a lot of these a lot of cars ain't built in America no more, man. It is, I don't want to get into all of that, but it's really sad and pathetic. They our auto market, our auto manufacturers, they really screwed us over, man. They really did. They let Toyota come in here and just basically take over. I don't know if y'all agree with me, but it's a lot of foreign. Even when you get out there, those of y'all that's drivers, when you get out there on the road tomorrow, look at how many foreign cars on the road compared to American or so-called American name automakers. You're not gonna see a lot of them, man. You're gonna see Kias. You're gonna see Toyota. Not that anything's wrong with none of them cars. They all, they reliable. And that's what the point I was getting to, y'all. Our auto market screwed us because they wasn't making reliable vehicles. Wasn't nobody trying to buy a vehicle and then gotta stick all this money into it. You know? Wasn't nobody trying to buy a car and then have to keep getting it repaired. The average person ain't got money like that. They gotta save up. So that's kind of where our auto market screwed us, y'all, is because they didn't build reliable cars, and then the foreign cars they capitalized. They was good. They said, you know what, we're gonna do what they not gonna do. We're gonna build reliable cars, and we're gonna take over the auto market. And that's exactly what they did. And you can't fault them for that. It's the name of the game. Any hustler knows that. Any real true hustler on here knows that. Like, that's the name of the game. It's no different. It's no different in corporate. It's no different in the streets. If you ain't on your job, somebody gonna come take your job. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than that. It's still different than the 9 to 5. You're not on your job and you're not doing your job well, somebody gonna come take it. That's just the nature. That's just the nature of it. And so our auto market wasn't on their job like that, man. And that's why you see so many Toyotas and Hyundais and Hondas, Nissans, uh, whatever you could think of, Volkswagen. You even see a lot of Volkswagen, Jettas, a bunch of that stuff on the road. I gotta go get another one of these things, but I guess I'll use this one up. But like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy for those of y'all that's tuning in. I thank you for the comments that everybody came in. At one point, looked like I had 12 people in here. I was like, what? They like, what? What are you doing? You know, I'm just getting it in, man. I'm gonna be taking y'all on my journey. Like I said, I'm not one of them. I'm not like all these other people on YouTube, y'all. All these guys filming these cars, man. I actually got a car. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like I'm able to film, because it's like I actually got an old school, man. I'm in the game. You know, I'm not well, I guess you could say I'm on the bench. I was on the bench, but I ain't on the bench no more. It's like I actually got a vehicle. I actually got a car. So I ain't on the bench. I'm in the game. You know. I may not be Jordan. I may not be Scotty Pimpin. I may not be Shaq, but I'm in the game. You feel me? As long as you in the game, you always got time to get better. That's what y'all gotta understand. As long as you in the game, you always got time to get better. You only gonna get better. You understand what I'm telling you? As long as you in the game, you only gonna get better. Okay. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I gotta turn my other phone on. Can y'all see that real well? Can y'all see that? Let me see. How you move the comments? I haven't really been on here in a minute. Well, hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can or not, but hopefully y'all can see it. If you can't, I don't know what to say. I was gonna film it. I was gonna film this whole process, but then I was like, you know what? I ain't even got no damn memory on my phone, so. And that's another thing. Like, what's up with these iPhones, man? iPhones don't be having no memory, man. iPhone need to get it together. They got to get it together with all this memory. They not giving us enough memory, man. I was gonna film it, but then I was like, I ain't got no memory to film it. So that's kind of why I'm live. And plus, I ain't been live in a minute, so that's why I'm on here as well. I haven't been live. I haven't been active as I would like. So I'm trying to get back to it, man. I really am. It's just, finding that, you gotta dig deep and find that motivation, and you just gotta find whatever it is that drive you on that, you know. So that's kind of what I'm been doing, basically some soul searching. But yeah, just doing some soul searching, y'all. Let me grab some more of these. Let me grab some more of this stuff here. Let me grab some more of this. Grab some more of this stuff. The sanding sponge. I didn't. Good thing I bought some more, cause I only had the little one that was on there. But yeah, like I was saying, man, you really just gotta whatever got you into this car stuff. You kind of just gotta find that passion again. I probably should just use that until I can't use it no more. Really, I'm trying to get as much as I can, as much of it up as I can before I get in here. I got a shop vac, but I don't. They so damn short. I wish I had a longer hose. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to vacuum this stuff out of here once I get done. But it be the thing with the shop vac is it be blowing. Once I put it in here, it blows dust. That's why I wish I had a longer hose. Maybe I might have to figure something out with that. Maybe I could use my other. I don't know. I gotta figure something out with that. But yeah. Oh, oh shit. I'm breaking stuff, y'all. Can't be leaning on it like that. This whole damn thing. Come out of there. Can't be leaning on that part like that. I can't. I guess. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Gotta get it fixed. So I might have to just go ahead and get in there now because I can't be leaning on this. Cause then they not gonna have no reference once I go get this fixed. I gotta go. I gotta go hit my guy. I gotta go hit my guy up, and we gonna get it fixed up here. Um, let me see here. Let me see. Well, I really don't too much care about these clothes. That's why I got them on. But the thing is, I don't want a bunch of this down. I don't want a bunch of this damn dust on me. I don't want a bunch of it on me like that. Let me get my little cushion. Get my little cushion for my knees. 'Cause these babies, that's one thing about these old cars, y'all. They was made out of real steel. Sometimes real steel ain't good because, you know, because of the rusting and stuff like that. But still, got to get my little cushion because this stuff, real steel on your knees, man. That's going to hurt. So, yeah, I got to have Nate. I might have to have Nate hook that up for me. Nate, if you watching, hook me up, man. I have to go hook. I'm going to have to go back to Nate, my miracle worker. Nate gonna want me. Nate gonna want me. He gonna want to do the whole car. I don't know, Nate. Nate gonna want to do the whole car. It's like, Nate, I love you, Nate, but it's like, I don't know if you can get me the. I don't know. You probably could give me the original. We're gonna leave Nate out of it though. I'm gonna see what Nate and Ron talking about. Cause I might need a bracket welded in the inside for the I might need a bracket welded in the engine bay for my for my reservoir. So, you know, that's kind of why you lose a little bit of love about it too, cause it's like damn, you work on this stuff, and then you come home, and you gotta do work. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to lose. It's easy to lose a passion for it when you doing it all the time, and when you working, man, you be tired. You get home, you're tired. You want to relax, maybe crack open a beer. Say some prayers, crack open the Bible, read. You know, a lot of people don't want to be just coming home and doing stuff. They just want to relax, and that's kind of the same thing I be on. Like I want to relax. I almost wish I could just. I almost wish I could pressure wash this. That would be crazy. What is this even made out of? I don't know. But it looked like at one point they was in the damn car at one point. This is what I'm talking about. Look like at one point they was in the damn car at one point. They might make some replacements of that. I might have to look into that. Cause this one ain't these just sitting here ain't no that ain't no good no more. Might have to get like a find another one as a replacement or something. I don't know what they made that for. Maybe they made that just so that if there was ever a problem where the truck got a bunch of water in it, you could just pop those out and let the water drain. Maybe that's what that was for. Maybe they knew. Maybe they knew that these old cars, some it was almost inevitable that the damn car was gonna leak. It was gonna leak. It was gonna leak. It was gonna leak. Period. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they put that in here. When I get a chance, I'll show y'all. If I get a chance, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe when I get it a little bit better, I'll show you, kind of get it in here and show y'all what I'm doing. Believe me, y'all, trust me, I really didn't want to do this today, and I thought about it, and I was like, well, you know what? I kind of don't really have a choice because if I don't, it's just gonna sit tomorrow, you know. And I ain't want to do that, so that's kind of why I'm out here doing it now. Cause I'm like, it's already as bad. It's already bad as it is, you know. already bad. Gotta try to just get it the best way I can, you know? Oh shit. Damn. Oh shit. I don't think that speaker worked anyway. Oh man, it's bunch of water and shit. That's what thing, man. You getting in your shit, eating your shit up. I mean, excuse my language. I'm sorry. Trying to work on that. Work on my cussing. That's why I said PG earlier, y'all. Trying to just work on that. Because, yeah, I be doing too much. You know? Yep. But such is the life, y'all. Such is the life. Look at how I'm in this car, man. Look at how I'm in here. Look how my big butt is in here, man. Imagine how many bodies they could, imagine how many bodies they could shove in these cars, or that they shoved in these cars back in the day. Now, I know y'all see the movies and stuff when people get shoved in the trunk. This is what they mean. You can shove a body back there. You damn right. You put a body back there, yep. You could put several bodies back here if you wanted to. And some little children. Not that I'm recommending that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's what they say. And again, it don't need to be perfect, but it got to be better than what it is. You know, it don't have to be perfect. It's still a solid trunk. For those that's wondering, it's still a pretty solid trunk. Ain't no holes or nothing besides right where the seal, the trim seal is. They're starting to go. But the the floor pan is pretty good. The floor pan of the trunk, or the trunk pan, whatever the hell you want to call it, is pretty good. You know, it's not bad. Oh man, damn! I ain't gonna have no back speakers at all. Yeah, let me hang those up. You know, Lord willing, man. Lord willing, I'll be able to make this move like I want to pretty soon here. Cause to be honest with you, I'm kind of tired of being average, regular Joe right now. I don't want to, I've always turned heads. I've always turned heads just the way it is. But I'm ready to just really kind of just take it to the next level. I always turn heads. Even when I was coming from work, I think the last time I really drove it, I was coming home from work and I was passing. It was pretty ironic, huh? I'm passing the little transmission shop over there on OBT, and I see this lady walking down the street. And it ain't the first time, when you got these old cars, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm driving down the street, and this lady, she see me coming, and she stopped, and she just stopped and she just looked at me. She looked at me, the car, and everything that was going on right before her eyes, and she just stopped and broke her neck like she saw me and followed me all the way down the street. like, she saw me, and just imagine somebody driving down the street, and she followed me. As soon as I passed her, she kept looking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, man, that's crazy. You know, it's crazy, man. And that's why I always say, man, these cars and stuff, cars is, anybody that's in the cars, these cars is cool and all. But sometimes I say, man, it ain't it ain't about the car. The car don't make the person. The car don't make you. You make the car. And that's the same with me, man. That's the same with me. That's the same way I feel like. Same way with my dad and my uncles and stuff like that. The car don't make them. We make the car. Same with any one of the top, car guys in the car community. The car don't make them. They make the car, you know? So that's why sometimes I feel like your car kind of got to reflect your personality. Because when they look at that car, they be like, yeah, I know that's him. That's him all the way. That's his personality. It ain't that the car make you. It ain't that the car making you, but you make the car. Because let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, y'all. It's a lot of dudes. It's a lot of lame dudes with cars out here, man. That's why I say the car don't make you. You make the car. I've always been big on that because there's some guys in the car community that I mess with, and there's times where I seen guys get their car like copied, like the paint same, combo same, everything. And the guy that did that, I ain't, y'all ain't gonna know who I'm talking about because I ain't gonna drop no names. But the guy who I'm talking about was a complete. Let me see what I'm trying to say. He was a lame man. Let's just keep it real. He was a lame. He copied off the car, and he was a lame. That's why I bring that up. That's why I be saying that, y'all. You know, he copied the guy copied the whole car, and he was a lame. Like that's why I be saying what I say. You don't make the car. The car can't make you. You make the car. I make this car look good, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, I make this car, not the other way around. Oh, what the hell? The hell is that? Why is it? Oh, So once I get all this little surface rust up, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to vacuum out as much of this dust as I can. I almost like I said, I wish I could pressure wash it, but that probably just set me back really. But I'm gonna vacuum out as much of this crap as I can without getting it all over the place. I might have to just put on a mask. I'm gonna eventually have to put on a mask. I should have. Be honest with you, I should have one on right now. But I don't feel like the dust is that bad. I don't feel like it's getting in my nose and shit like that too bad. But you know it is. You know it is, but you know it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But anyway, y'all, I ain't really want to be on here too long. I just wanted to kind of feel the process. I could have not did it. I could have not just went live or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I kind of want to bring my kind of want to bring my followers on a journey with me. You know, that's what it's all about. Coming on this journey with me. Another thing I'd like to mention too, y'all, before we get off of here, is we got to stop downing people builds, man. Everybody gonna build their car to they liking. You know, same with me. I'm gonna build my car to my liking. My car may not be everybody taste. You know what I'm saying? Some people may not. They call these cars land yachts, and some people probably don't want to drive a land yacht. Some people probably hate land yachts. But you know, this is my preference. This is what I like. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like the car community is kind of lacking right now. You know, when people whoever building that car, they building that car that they like it. Now back in the day, you know, this goes back to what I was just talking about, y'all, with the people you know, build the car make you I mean the you make the car topic. Back in the day, people used to build cars to impress ladies, to impress women, to pick up women, basically. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it seems like guys is building cars. It seems like nowadays guys is building cars. I need to get some zip tie and tie this up here so it can get out of my way. But now it seems like guys is building cars, right, to impress other men. Like, I get it. I get it. Like, let's say you at a car show, right? 9 times out of 10, if that girl ain't single, she ain't gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh, you got a nice car." 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a male, a man that's gonna come up to you. "Oh, I really like your car. I really like, you know, such and such. I really like what you did with this, and I really like what you did with that," type of deal. 9 times out of 10, when you at the car show, it ain't gonna be no female that's gonna approach you like that, unless she really into cars or unless she really, you know, really just trying to be a groupie type of deal. Because, like I said, it can it can elevate you. It can elevate, you know, elevate a lane into somebody. That's why a lot of people. That's why a lot of people get into it because it's like now you before you was a nobody. Now you got a hot car. You know, it's like Mike Jones said. You know, those of y'all that know Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Like they all on me. It's the same situation. Back then you didn't want me. But now that you see that my car hot, you all on me. But going back to what I was saying, like when you at the car show, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a man that approach you, not a female. But I was saying, like back in the day, people build their cars to impress women. And like I just told y'all, that woman broke her neck when I came down the street. You know, that's what they was building. That's what they was building them for. So I think I'm gonna plug that speaker in when I'm done with this. I'm gonna get some more zip tie. I'm gonna probably do. This ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna finish this today. Cause kind of just cause I ain't. I don't have. I'm not really pressed to get it done. But at least I started on it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So yeah, at least I started on it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of want to get something and clean it up real good. Clean it up. Well, once I vacuum it out, I'll be able to see what all the spots that I missed. But yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna finish it all today. Just gonna take my time. I ain't in no rush. Just kind of gotta get it right now. Gotta get it. Gotta get what's going on with it. And so yeah, man, it was cool kicking it with y'all for this time being. I don't know who all on here still, but it was cool kicking it with y'all. I'm gonna try to do, like I said, I'm gonna try to do more of this stuff going live. It ain't just gonna be the track, y'all. Tracks and car shows and stuff. It'll be me working on my own stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, we still ain't even at an hour. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Uh, yeah. Let me see. I can't be leaning on this that much. I feel I feel like Martin. I feel like Martin right now on a thin line between love and hate. He was like my car, my motherfucking car. That's how I feel right now. Like oh, so yeah, man. This is you know, the the choices we make, man. The choices we make is what get us where we at. And I'm a big believer in just have keeping the faith, trying to do right, and yeah, we're gonna get it right. I really should just leave all this stuff in here, really. But this is what's up? What's up, Julio? Julio, what's going on? What's going on with y'all, man? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, this is what I was talking about here. This little piece. Julio, what's going on? Julio, I need to get me some Don Julio. No, I'm just playing. Don Julio. But yeah, man. The ups and downs, man. Procrastination, all that. I be procrastinating too much, man. That's my biggest thing, man. Sometimes you just gotta go ahead first. You gotta go ahead at it. Can't be procrastinating. You can't be putting stuff off well, and that's got a lot to do with your mental health. Gotta get right. I don't know, man. Let me grab it. Let me. Don Julio. Where my other guy at, man? Andrew, one of my admins or whatever. I know I ain't been on here in a minute. I think that dude said he was from Canada or something. Don Julio. Damn, I didn't know want to take a wire brush to that sucker. Real talk. I didn't know want to take a wire brush to that. Golly. I didn't mess around and let, let my food get cold. But with all the stuff going on lately, it's been kind of hard to eat, really. Yes, sir. But, you know, if I ain't, I'm looking at it like this, man. I made a post on IG and I said, if I ain't done this year, at least I know I'll be outside next year. You know, at least I know I'll be outside, man, next year. Don Julio, I gotta call Nate, man. Gotta get Nate on the case. Nate is on the case. That's why it's important, man, to build good relationships. In the car community as well. Not just in life, but you know, it's good to build in relationships, man. You never know what you're gonna need. You know what I'm saying? Nate tried to talk me out of getting that little work done to my spider, and I was I was consistent on it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "All right, you know, you really want it done, I'll do it." But to me, I'm looking at it ain't about what he think it is. It's building that relationship. You know, building that customer relationship. And because I use them for that, I'll be back again. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I use it for that, and now you know who I am. You're like, all right, I know I can rely on him to be like customer clientele, not only clientele, but maybe he might want something else done down the line. Down the line, you know. And so you got that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, it was good hanging out with y'all. Good kicking it with y'all. I think this is gonna be it for today. I'll put this something gun back in there. I don't know, man. When I had them do my trunk, I might have some do something with that. But yeah, man, Dusty is a son of a gun. Uh, that's what we got going on. That's what I was talking about with that. But y'all already know what time it is. I will talk to y'all later. Holla at your boy.